still can't figure that out.
What?
The 2 bars.
Well, I can reinstall the program if you like.
It doesn't matter. Hello, Nerdites, and welcome to this week's episode of 9 to 5 Nerds with Robert Swathwood, Cory Urkel,
Heyo.
Producer Katrina Swathwood,
Hello.
and our guest this week is Cory Noel.
Hello.
We've all seen Deadpool, so we'll probably touch base a little bit on that.
Deadpool 2.
Sorry, Deadpool 2. I apologize. I'm so sorry, everyone.
Or DP2.
DP?
That's the...
Double penetration?
Yep.
If it's double
That's a different
penetration
movie.
2...
I didn't see that.
I've seen that.
They advertise it on TV as DP2.
Yeah.
Well, you're living the life, DP.
Dopender? Is that his name?
Couldn't tell you.
I think it's Dopender. Anyways, double penetration 2. If it was double penetration 2, would that be DVDA? If it's double penetration twice...
I guess. DP times 2?
Yeah, alright, could it be
I don't know, man.
2 things in 2 holes? I guess it doesn't really have to
DP
be...
squared?
It doesn't really have to be vaginal and anal. For
Technically,
DVDA.
no, it doesn't.
No, I mean... What? No?
No.
You're not touching this?
No.
You're not touching the DP2?
No. You don't want to hear any vagina stories from me.
No, you're right, I don't. At least we have the female perspective on our podcast. A lot of people don't.
Right.
Like
Other podcasts, you know?
like other podcasts I know, like fucking... Well, I'm not even going to put them by name. Well, I'll say their podcast, the 4 guys under a table, over a table, through the table.
At a table.
Whatever their
Hole in the
podcast
table, I
name is.
think. Oh,
All I know them
Jesus.
as is Sideburns, Neckbeard, and Baldy Locks. Because...
Baldy locks.
Yeah, these motherfuckers are trying to call us out for
Trivia.
trivia. And if this is how things are going with these fuckers, I don't want just trivia. I want, like, the Billy Madison. I want, like...
You want an Anchorman fight?
I want a...
Third party, impartial.
No, not only do I want a third partial
You want to do it in front of a
person
school
running
auditorium?
trivia, I want, like, a decathlon. I want there to be,
On
like,
air.
a lightsaber battle. I want there to be,
Yes.
like...
I approve.
Yeah. It's not
Well,
just
if there's
that...
any gym activities, I'm out.
Why?
Because.
What if there was, like, kickboxing?
Okay, can you understand me trying to play crab soccer in grade school?
No, I'm not talking about crab soccer. I'm talking about kickboxing. You almost knocked me out one time.
Oh,
You cracked my sternum.
that's true.
It can just be like Revenge of the Nerds. You have to go-kart while drinking a beer every lap.
Yeah.
You can do that.
And
Can you hold it
then,
down?
if we win,
Couldn't.
Beer run, I can do that.
when we win, Neckbeard would have to shave his neckbeard, Baldy Locks would have to get rid of all his hair, and Sideburns would have to cut off his sideburns.
Ooh.
Then they lose their names.
Yeah.
Savagery.
You like
Then they're
that?
just guy,
Yeah.
guy, and guy.
Yeah. Then they really would be 4 guys in a table. At a table. Under table.
Time to lose the table. They're just guys.
Well, they lost the 4th guy already, so I mean, obviously
It's a
they're
wobbly table.
not
Are
doing
they
something
auditioning?
right. Are they auditioning? You want to audition? You want to jump ship?
Oh, they have an opening?
Yeah.
That's an idea.
Yeah.
We could do an Olympics out of it. Like, we could make different categories.
I like this.
And you could take scores from each one, and then we could be the ultimate
Because
victors.
here's what it comes down to. Katrina and I obviously have a family. We don't have all this fucking time to read and watch stuff as much as they do. Or,
Right.
you know, Cory's got a girlfriend.
Yep.
None of these motherfuckers have girlfriends or...
One had 2.
Not anymore.
We'll see how the math on that works out.
Yeah. So, I mean... Sideburns is my favorite. But he has a job where he works very sporadically. So he's got all this extra time where I got kids, I got baseball, I got all this. You have a girlfriend that doesn't let you do anything.
Correct.
So, I mean, we're in a situation where we can't put as much time into it. So,
If you had a game or a board game that you had to pick for a challenge, like you're...
Connect 4.
That's the one you would play. Like you're that good at it.
No, I mean, I'd have to think. It wouldn't be chess or anything like that.
Yeah,
but,
fuck that shit.
I don't know.
I'm not bad at
Even if
chess.
it's a video game, anything you're competitively good at?
Animal Crossing.
I don't think you play that competitively.
It was
Oh,
back
it
in the day.
was.
She paid off all her stuff before everybody caught all the...
Anything.
Yeah.
But it's a single player game.
Yeah, but we were all playing it at the same time.
I don't know if that counts. I don't know if you can play head to
It
head.
fucking counts.
I'm trying to think of anything that I would be...
What about like Smash Brothers or something?
I'm okay at Smash Brothers.
Tekken?
I'm okay at Tekken.
Street Fighter?
I'm okay at a lot of things, but not great at anything.
Any racing games?
No.
No, because I mean...
Not me.
Like, I thought I was pretty decent at...
Fortnite? No, you're not.
No. I thought I was pretty decent at Mario Kart, and then fucking
Neil.
Parker's baseball coach, who's like Mr.
Football
captain, basketball and stuff, fucking beats me at that. I'm a nerd that can't even beat a jock at fucking racing games.
Mario Kart's a weird competitive game because there's that rubber banding issue.
He beat me fucking every time. We played 12 races.
Wow.
You loser.
Actually, you know what? I got first place the first race, and then he beat me every other one. But I was getting... Sometimes you just get screwed in that game.
I can do
Yeah.
archery, okay?
But you can't do the crab
No,
soccer.
I cannot do crab soccer.
I've crushed a lot of racing games in my day, and I typically lose at Mario Kart.
No, I don't know what I would... We would have to do something like that, though. It couldn't just be... It wouldn't...
You could do a Halo? That was your bread and
Halo
butter.
2, I was
I can
pretty
keep
decent
running
at.
for a long period of time. I'm sure I could beat all of you with that.
I'm sure you could beat all of them at that, too.
Yeah, I'd make it like 10th of a mile.
Well,
Down.
That
but here's
far?
the thing. If it was the three of us versus the three of them, we would win in an athletic thing.
You could the Husky?
They're as much as I'm playing around, I do like these guys, but yes, they're husky.
It doesn't mean that they have no athletic ability.
No, that doesn't mean they don't have but if we're talking about running long distances, I'd put it on us. Man, I am out of shape though, so it is.
Mud Run Challenge.
Just be like a relay?
Do you remember?
You want to do a relay?
If we had 4 guys, they have 4 guys.
Well, we have 3.
Well,
They have 3.
we have a bunch of number 4s. Just take our pick for
Ooh.
the category.
We could use Cory.
Yeah.
You have to
Yeah.
run, what is it?
I did
7 minute mile?
I did my last mile and a half in 10 something.
Yeah,
I did-
easy.
In 10?
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
That's pretty good. That's really good.
My best time was 9, but that was like after running in Afghanistan for a long time, and the altitude difference is a game changer. It's like being Goku in that chamber.
I
So
wouldn't know
when I
that
came-
reference.
Oh,
We're not
Ball.
Dragon Ball people.
oh okay.
Oh, we all can understand Goku going,
He goes
Power
into like a
levels.
gravity chamber, and he like works out in there and like lives in there for like years, and then he comes back to his planet or whatever. I don't know what the name of his planet is. I'm a semi Dragon Ball nerd. And anyways, he goes back to there, and it's like he's
flying.
yeah, he can do whatever he wants, and that's how it was for me. So I came back from Afghanistan after only 4 months of running every day.
It was like a John Carter thing.
The guy next to me was like, "Oh, how many 5Ks do you run? Do you run all these things?" I'm like, "No, I just
bro.
run."
I just run. I run for my life.
Yeah, so if we ever have some sort of athletic portion of this nerd...
This is the first
nerd
talk
off-
of anything physical, because
Yeah.
nobody wants to get physical.
No,
Well, that's the whole point of being a nerd.
but we're... Yeah. Well, I don't know, man. You got a lot of people now that are... It's kind of
It is trendy.
bled into every aspect of popular culture.
Agreed.
But yeah, so we have to do some sort of running thing as well. You up for it, Cory? When was the last time you ran anywhere?
Can't remember.
I don't like to run unless
Like,
I'm being chased.
In short spurts, just tag somebody or something. You know.
Well, as a parent, you always get that your kid's running away and you got to run after him. So,
You just push them down so they can stop running.
Yeah,
That's the trick.
That's Katrina's
Sorry.
It's
It's
thing.
true.
You trip them,
I did that in public. It was pretty funny.
I'm sure.
Oh, people laughed.
But yes, double penetration. I mean, Deadpool 2. Deadpool the movie 2.
Yeah.
So we all saw it. Cory saw it the most recently. You saw it today.
Yeah.
Cory number 2 and I saw it Friday, and Katrina saw it on Thursday. So first things first. You said your show was sold out, right?
Yes.
Cory and I saw it. It was maybe half to 3/4 full.
I'd say about half.
And Cory said,
Barely a quarter.
Yeah.
If that. Not even.
Interesting.
yeah, I thought so, seeing as it knocked off Avengers, but it's kind of interesting that... But when we were leaving...
That's what I was gonna comment on.
Yeah, when we were leaving, there was a line out the door. We were leaving at, 8:45 probably?
Yeah. All the showtimes for Thursday were sold out.
I was at kind of a remote theater, Rancho. It's out
Yeah.
right in the mall. So, could have had something to do with it. Sunday morning, R-rated.
I think just people like to watch movies like that in general later.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, when we usually go Sunday mornings and we'll do podcasts Sunday nights because Sunday mornings are like $7. So it's beneficial that way. Did you both see the Happy Time Murders trailer? The puppet trailer?
Yes.
I saw it on the internet. No, it
You
wasn't
haven't
it wasn't at my theater. No.
Interesting.
But so you saw it?
Yes, I did.
Did you see the red band version?
Yeah, because it had a lot of cussing and coming. And...
Oh my god, I can't believe
Silly
they're making
string.
this movie.
So it is by the legit director who directed Muppet Treasure Island.
That's what it said.
Yeah.
It's
Adult Muppet time, apparently.
I wonder if... God, I hope kids don't
Jim
accidentally
Henson
go
said
to
turn over in
that
his
movie.
fucking grave.
How many kids accidentally saw Deadpool because their parents didn't...
Accidentally. I saw a person walking there, like 4 or 5-year-old down the stars at our showing.
But you've heard horror stories like, I didn't understand this wasn't a cussing movie. But if they go, like, you see Muppets on the poster, like, older grandparents, oh, this looks fun. You imagine a kid walking out of that?
Well, I mean, it's just like Ted and the animated food movie.
Sausage Party?
Yeah, both of those had kids go to, and I'm sure.
Yeah. We were at a get-together today, and somebody was like, oh, well, this one wasn't as bad as the first one. I mean, and I'm like, there was language. There was people getting their heads cut off. There was...
Oh, they
Some
meant,
violence.
like, PG-wise?
Yeah. Like, there's no way I would take my 8-year-old to see this movie. No way.
Nah.
No.
Maybe once you hit, like, 13? Wait,
Yeah.
how old is the person we went with?
13.
Okay, so maybe when your kid hits 13... But it all depends on the kid.
Even then, it gets a little crude.
Yeah, but I mean, it also depends on the kid.
And the times are changing. I mean, kids are seeing and doing
Everything, because everything's available now.
Yeah.
All the time.
Well, our kid's making up cuss words, code words at
Not
school.
our kid.
He's partaking.
Yes, he was like, he came home one day and he's like, this kid and this kid came up with code words for
His
these
best
bad
friends.
words. You know?
So you know he's using that language at school.
Oh, yeah.
So I can be naive and think that it's not happening.
That's totally happening. We had a long conversation.
Don't pull a Lacey and think that in a couple of years that they're going in the bathroom for long periods of time looking at memes.
No.
Is that what it's come to nowadays?
Yes.
Yeah.
You must just be looking at memes.
Yes.
Yeah.
That is the...
I didn't have that fucking opportunity.
I know.
If you were going in the shower or something, you had to use your imagination.
Yeah.
You would use memes nowadays?
Yeah, I go and listen to memes.
I suffered the same issue whenever I went and had my what is it called, vasectomy.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't have a smartphone at the time,
Mm-hmm.
so I had no real material
Yeah.
when I went to go do the after test.
Yeah. That's always that first time was nerve-wracking. I'm like, after the vasectomy, you're like,
You're scared something's
what's
gonna break.
Yeah.
It's going to shoot internal?
You're afraid one of
Is it
the
going
pipes is
to-
gonna burst. I had something to say on that. I'm trying to rewind and
What? Previews?
no.
With pornos.
Muppets?
With
When you were a
porn.
kid. We didn't have
We didn't
the
have
technology.
it.
We had
Yeah, I
Scramble
lost
porn.
it. I had to really
magazines, Channel 99 and... Or 98, 97.
It was 99.
I thought that was actually the TV Guide channel, and then 98, 97
Maybe it was.
were the pay channels.
They really missed an opportunity to make it channel number 69.
But
Well played. Well played.
They couldn't show that.
I was going to say, now when I take a long shower or I'm in the bathroom for a long time, it's me putting hair loss stuff in my hair.
or beard oil.
Or beard oil, beard jelly.
I believe it.
No, I have Bosley in there, and I'm like rubbing it in my spot to make sure the hair doesn't fall out. And you have to sit in there for like 3 minutes with it on. So it's, you know,
Okay, Charlie's Angel.
the trials of getting older. Fuck you, you're losing your hair too.
It's a Bosley joke.
Is it?
Wasn't that boss named Bosley?
I don't know. I didn't watch that garbage.
You didn't?
No,
Back in the day?
no,
Never.
never. I've never seen a single episode of Charlie's Angels.
No,
Show
the
or
movie.
movie.
Really.
I saw the movie.
Bill Murray's in the first one.
You know what? I saw a
He was
scene.
Bosley.
I saw a scene with Tom Green.
Yeah, he was, what's her name?
Yeah,
Boyfriend
At the
and...
time.
yeah. So Deadpool 2.
Oh, sorry to bother you. You didn't like that preview, or did you not see
Well,
that
sorry
one?
to bother you.
Cassius Green, Tessa Thompson. He was the
Oh no!
telemarketer.
Isn't it? Hope I'm not bothering you. Yeah, I saw that trailer.
Okay.
That looked interesting.
I-
Yeah, that did look interesting.
I want to see that.
You didn't see that either?
No, what's that about?
Black guy becomes a telemarketer and becomes...
Sounds like a white guy.
Yeah,
To
they
do
sound like a
well?
white guy. His voice is David Cross when he's talking in his white guy
Is it?
voice. Yeah. So he's sitting next to not Donald. Wow.
Danny.
I was going to say, Donald Glover is now the more famous Glover. Danny Glover. And they're at a telemarketing thing, and Danny Glover's like, you have to use your white guy voice. And he like puts, I think his was Patton Oswalt. And so the guy starts talking like David Cross. So every time he's on trying to sell stuff over the phone, he's using David Cross's voice.
That's funny. It reminds me of a trailer I just watched. Did you guys, I don't know if I brought it up with you, watch the trailer for Black Klansman?
Yes, I did, and I want to see that too.
I feel like I explained it. Maybe it was to somebody else. Because the black guy in that puts on a white voice.
Yes.
So it's
to
like
talk to
set in the 70s.
David Duke.
Looks like a
Yeah, you did tell
I
me
told you
about
about that.
mostly humorous, but also like a drama movie. But who's the bad guy from Star Wars? What's Kylo? What's his real name?
Adam Driver.
Adam Driver's in it, but Black Ops 70s.
She told me about it.
Okay, yeah. Well, hire
These people don't need to know. I'm just kidding. Go ahead.
new hire in the force, calls up the Ku Klux Klan, sets up a meeting, pretends to be a white guy, then gets Adam Driver to go fill in for his shoes, and hilarity ensues. I guess looks really good. But
Interesting.
I saw the trailer for Hotel Artemis
Which I want to see, actually.
I want to see that too.
and The Predator.
Which
Yes,
I don't have
I
any
saw
desire
that.
to see. That was a stupid fucking trailer.
I was watching the trailer, I'm like, and then as soon as I heard the Predator noise, I'm like, oh shit, I'm watching that no matter what.
Really?
Well, I'm Predators.
There's
Did you
some
see?
diehard
Did you
Predator
see
fans out
the last one in theaters with Adrian Brody?
No.
What makes you want to see this one more? Because it looked awful.
Somebody's directing it that I was a fan of.
If it's your guy from
no,
Trachtenberg, then yeah, I would understand.
no, I feel like somebody who was involved in the first.
I got it.
I've never seen one,
First-
so
You never seen any of them?
there.
nope.
I've seen a few, but I definitely haven't seen any of the recents. I
I've
think I
only
saw
seen the first two, and then Alien versus.
Yeah.
I saw Alien Versus with you.
Alien vs. Predator was worse than Predators.
I didn't see Predators. Sorry.
Predators had okay parts. Basically, it was kind of just bland, but some cool concepts. I don't know.
They had a ridiculous boss fight in Tom Clancy's Wildlands where you had to fight the Predator.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, it was actually quite difficult. The only way you could actually legitimately take it down, well, you could take it down by yourself, but it was you had to heavily.
Oh, it's Shane
rely-
Black.
That's why.
Yeah.
And Shane Black was in the first movie.
Yeah.
He was
That's-
Hawkins.
Keenan, what's his name's in it, isn't it? He.
It's got a huge cast.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, and like I was like, the black guy who's in Hotel Artemis is in that movie too, and he's blowing up now. He's in a lot. He was in Black Panther.
Yeah.
And I like that guy because he was in.
Ivan Strahovski, Olivia Munn.
Yeah.
I don't know that guy.
Sterling K. Brown. That's who you're talking
Sterling
about.
K. Brown. Thomas Jane. Jake Busey. Keegan Michael Key. Edward James Olmos.
Yeah.
Alfie Allen.
Yeah.
It's a lot of people in it.
The trailer did nothing for me, but the fact it was Predator, I'm like, oh, 'cause I knew it was coming out for a while. Maybe reading shit about it.
Yeah.
So I didn't know what the trailer was for half of it, and then when you hear the Predator noise, I'm like, oh shit, okay, I gotta watch this one.
I was while I was watching, I was like, I just thought that it looked fucking terrible.
It didn't look very interesting to me.
We shall see. Hopefully.
Just to start off the conversation about Deadpool, now that we're 20 minutes into the Deadpool episode, just to throw it out there, what was your favorite scene?
The X-Men closing the door when he was in the hallway.
That was excellent.
That was priceless.
Is it a cop out to say the mid-credit scene?
When he
No.
shot himself in the back of the head with the Green Lantern script,
That was
That was
great.
my favorite scene in the whole movie.
If they would just do
That
exit
combined with the
scenes-
Wolverine scene.
That was good, yeah. But oh my god, when he's reading, he's like, "You finally made it."
This is finally made it to the big leagues or whatever.
That was excellent. No, there was Cory. You still thinking?
I'm still trying to think.
Oh no, yeah, had to be the fucking parachuting. That whole 3
Yeah.
That
minutes.
one?
How well did they catch? I mean, how well did they pull that off? Because nobody thought that was going to happen. You saw the X-Force in the
Preview.
trailers, like
Yeah.
constantly. You just assumed that they were going to be a big part of the movie.
Oh, Invisible Man being
To
Brad
do
Pitt.
that, yes, that was great. And when the Vanisher hit the lines, I'm like, is that Brad Pitt?
Yep.
And so I was looking at the thing, and I was like, you know what else we noticed? Ethan and I noticed the Juggernaut in the credits was credited as himself.
Really?
Who? What the fuck? Like, now I gotta look at the credits. It said the Juggernaut as himself, and I'm like, who?
Yeah.
Like, I don't
I didn't pay
understand.
attention to that. I kept looking for Stan Lee.
Yeah, not in it.
What's his name? I can't remember. You know it. Steve the Pirate?
Alan Tudyk?
Yeah.
Yeah,
He
that
in it
was
for a
him, huh?
second. But they gave him almost no speaking. Like, he said, like, what? Or something.
You looking for who played him?
Yeah, I am.
No. What else?
I think my favorite scene had to be just out of humor was the baby legs.
Oh,
Oh
God.
God!
No!
And the basic instinct.
Standing up on his legs. Oh, look at him. He's doing it. Come forward, little buddy. You can make it.
This is an interesting connection. Oh, that whole scene was funny. So the guy that played the older version of Fire Fist was Sala Baker, who I've met. He plays Sauron in Lord of the Rings. He's the guy that's in the Sauron armor.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Wow.
So is he actually from New Zealand?
Yeah,
He's a New Zealander?
yeah, because I don't even think he was an actor. I think he was like
Just a
an
big
extra
dude.
on set, and he was a big guy, so they're like, hey, can you put on the Sauron armor?
Okay, nice.
But I don't see... I'm looking to see if Juggernaut...
Did they computer generate his voice?
Yeah, that'd be so weird.
That would be weird.
Huh.
He didn't say much, but he did speak in it.
Yeah, I mean, he did. That's...
I was wondering if they were going to actually... you figure it's Juggernaut when they say the biggest guy in here.
Yeah.
I was hoping. But I was wondering if they were going to get the same actor who was in X-Men 3. The one dude from...
Bullet Tooth Tony?
Yeah.
I can't think of his name right now. That's bothering
I
me.
might know it if I heard it.
I would know it if I heard it, but it just bothers me that I don't
Did it
know.
look like he was climbing out of the pool at the end of the movie?
It kind of looked like he was still just getting jacked up. Like, the pool...
I couldn't tell.
His ass.
Yeah, it looked like he was still just, like, having spasms from just getting electrocuted to hell.
Are you still looking?
Yeah, I'm still looking.
What else?
Well, the evil mutant is portrayed by none other than Ryan Reynolds.
Nice.
With a little bit of help from director... yeah. Ryan Reynolds ended up voicing Juggernaut, if you didn't know that.
Huh. It's odd.
And he did the facial capture for him.
Okay, nice. I love the...
Vinnie Jones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't look it up, but that clicked in my head.
I love the intro. Again, they did not another slow-mo, but another funny title card slide.
And for the record, I would buy that Logan music box if they ever made one.
That's awesome.
That thing was awesome.
That was awesome.
It was a whole James Bond intro, I was going to say.
Yeah. Yeah, like
Yeah.
him with pointing the gun and firing. And
I was wondering how they're going to fit the Celine Dion song in, because the music video came out before and he was in
Right.
it.
I didn't watch it.
It was good.
80% straight music video with cuts of Deadpool, but then at the end he came in and,
They have an interaction.
yeah, it was funny. But it fit the tone of the intro where he was
Okay.
depressed, got blown up. Okay, cool.
I like that the intro did have every single credit was like, did you really just fucking kill her?
Yeah. And to the writers, the real heroes as the real villains.
Mm-hmm.
For as much as I didn't like the kid, Russell.
I didn't like him either.
And I didn't like the whole using that really fucking cheesy line, those who are healed by my hands, or whatever he said.
Yeah.
The creepy dude.
Yeah.
He walks like a pedophile.
That guy was in
He's in a
At
couple
World's
things.
End.
At World's End?
Yeah, he was in the third Cornetto
Yeah.
trilogy movie. He was good in that.
Yeah.
But no, I didn't like that kid.
I don't think you were supposed to.
He didn't bother me as much as like some kid. Like every kid except the little girl and Logan. I just I didn't
Yeah.
like him. But this kid was no.
But you hate kids.
You know, it's funny. It's like 80% of them in movies I don't like, but there are some that just
Come? Yeah.
no, Robert.
That's what you just said.
It
It's
did
there's
come
some
out
that-
of
it's
mouth.
recorded.
Come through and they're really good actors.
Ryan
11.
Reynolds and Josh Brolin did the schoolyard insults.
I saw it.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
It was probably one of the weaker ones of all.
It was the second best one because I think all of them are weak except for the Jennifer Lawrence Chris Pratt one.
I thought the worst one was Will Smith. He couldn't come up with a good insult to save his life. But Will Ferrell and
Okay, yeah.
Marky Mark was
yeah,
funny
that
as
was the
fuck.
best one, and then Chris Pratt and Jennifer Lawrence, and then this one. No, when never mind. Cable was great. I thought Josh Brolin did an excellent job.
Yeah,
and
He's pretty jacked for being in his
for
50s.
50. He's
Yeah.
50, and he got shredded for that movie. Like, that's putting a lot of work in. I didn't like the weird unitard he was wearing.
Yeah.
It's the future, man.
But
What
once
about
he
his
got
fanny pack?
going, I liked that. That was cool.
It's a fanny pack.
But my favorite part of the whole movie was Domino. She was
Excellent.
great. She
She was on
stole the
point.
show. Everything
Yeah.
she was in.
I like when she walked away and she was like, "No, I'm
Like,
not doing that."
and I'm just... Now I just thought of fucking Peter getting... Or what was his name? Peter? He kept calling it something different.
Yeah.
Getting the fucking acid vomit on him.
Yeah.
That was fucked.
One of the like 4 things he goes back and fixes is making sure that guy lives.
Yeah.
That's funny as shit.
Not anybody else.
Don't go. Yeah. Don't go. Run. Walk away. Okay.
But yeah, every scene she was in, she was great. I really, really took away... Scene stealing. That's absolutely... I liked her a lot.
Yeah, I have to agree. I mean, I thought when they brought in that whole crew, I thought they were all just going to be like miscellaneous, wasted characters, and she really brought the fire, and
Yeah.
I didn't expect it.
Yeah, no complaints. Which is funny because I don't think this movie was nearly as good as the first one.
No, not at all.
Agreed.
I may agree with you eventually. I didn't have a problem with it, so
I didn't either. It was fun, and it landed on things that it had done before, but it wasn't good.
Yeah, it was good, but it, like we briefly discussed after the movie, it was less humorous. It was a little bit more emotional.
They exchanged some of the humor for emotion, which is fine, but the first one was just so incredibly funny, and this one definitely had its moments, and I still enjoyed the movie. But if the first one was an A, this one is a B. Like, I don't know what it was. It just... I really can't put my finger on it.
There's a topic going around regarding the fridging incident, which I'm sure you guys are not aware of.
What?
There's this entertainment idealism of fridging a woman. It's called women in refrigerators.
Okay.
So you take a woman and you violate her, murder her, and it becomes the male's plot point for the movie to vindicate that occurrence.
Okay.
So it's basically the plot line of the movie. Vanessa dies, and then he needs to vindicate that death through some way throughout the entire movie.
Okay.
And there's a lot of people who are upset about it because it's just continuing this plot line. And it's funny because it goes back to Green Lantern, which Ryan Reynolds played. So that's where the term got coined. So I didn't know about it until I read a couple articles, but it made sense, and it kind of takes away from creating an original story because it's the same thing that's done over and over again.
Yeah.
True. I mean, I don't know. I just look at it this way without diving too deep into it. I was willing to watch Deadpool, the first one, like even within like a day or two of watching it the first time. My buddy wanted to go out today, and he was like, "Hey, I wanted to treat myself. Do you want to join me to go watch Deadpool 2?" And I said, "I just watched it the other day.
Yeah.
Not really feeling it."
I'd rather go see Infinity War again if I was going to go see another movie for a second time, just because so much happened and I'd like to go watch it again. That's a big time commitment.
It's like 3 hours, right?
It was 2 hours and 36 minutes. I don't know why that stuck in my brain. No, I did enjoy this one. I was kind of irritated that they killed her off because I like that actress.
Mm-hmm.
she wasn't out of the movie, and they retconned her back in.
Yeah. He actually made the, what was it, cheese knife?
Yeah.
Spatula? Whatever it was.
Cheese spreader.
Cheese spreader. I hate when it's been a couple days when we talk about a movie because I'm trying to... Are you wearing a
Regurgitate.
V-neck?
No.
He is.
It's not a bad idea. It's hot in here.
Thank you.
It's very warm.
I don't know. Not huge on the... I can't really put my finger on it. I know I'm starting to stutter here a little bit, but
I would say I love the villain a lot more.
who's the villain?
If Cable's a villain for 3/4 of the movie, I would count Cable
I
as a
didn't
villain.
see him as the villain.
I never saw him as the villain of the movie.
He was Deadpool's opposition throughout the movie, except up until the last basically.
He also wasn't in the first quarter of the movie, was he?
He was in more than that. Like, he had the whole action opening, and then the credits, she died. But then he appeared after that.
So he was definitely in.
It was after the
Black Bear.
turn that he came into the movie.
If he wasn't the villain, I would say name one. Juggernaut?
Well, it was Juggernaut and the kid.
I wouldn't call the kid the villain then.
Well, the kid was the villain as soon as he got with the Juggernaut. So we would say that Cable was the villain
for about a third.
A third of the movie, and the kid was the villain in a third. And then the villains at the beginning of the movie were the gangsters that went after his wife.
Right.
So you had 3 different villains.
If you had to boil it down to pick one,
I'd say the kid was the villain.
I felt like Cable was a little bit more villain throughout the entirety of the movie, but the kid was definitely like the ultimate villain.
Cable also didn't go to kill anybody but the kid.
no, I know. But they did build 2 like action set pieces around stopping him or fighting him, and the last set piece was against the kid. So if he takes 2 out of 3, but either way,
I can't
either
call
one-
somebody the villain that ends up fighting with the hero at the end. It's kind of hard for me to peg him as the
He
villain.
might be an anti-hero, but
Would you have
he's
called
not.
Sabretooth a villain in X-Men Origins? Because that was the same thing. He fought him like 2 or 3 times, and at the end they came together and fought.
I don't even remember that movie well enough to. I
Just
guess
watch
I've tried to forget.
Yeah, that's the first thing that came to mind.
Like, I would say the villain was the guy running the school.
Yeah, I guess you could say that.
He was turning all these special kids
No, I
into
get like
freaking...
morally he's a villain, but if
No,
like,
he was torturing people. Like, that is a villain.
yeah, but like on the poster, Deadpool versus and it's ostensibly Cable. When you get down to the nitty gritty, there are other
Poster. You
villains.
can't base a movie off of what the poster.
No, I'm
is.
just saying like very face value.
I never took Cable as the villain. I thought he was part of the ensemble. He got there, and they really didn't know what he was doing. They understood that he was trying to track down this kid, but I didn't see him as the villain at all throughout the entire movie.
It's very interesting.
Maybe it's because I didn't feel like he was trying to go after Deadpool at all. I mean, they had their fight while he was trying to get what his task was. Maybe that's why I just didn't really see him as. And maybe it's just I really like Josh Brolin.
Did you like it? Either way, villain or not, better than who's that other dude? The one I can't remember. Is it Ajax?
Yeah. Well, since I can't actually peg one of the people as a villain, I have to say that Francis was.
Francis is a better.
Francis
villain.
was a villain. He was running an underground, operation where he was experimenting on people. Like, that is a villain to me.
Cable's the better character, but I don't know if I specifically think of him as It's a weird area. I mean, it's.
So I guess he played 2. If he's a villain or not, but like Infinity War,
Thanos was the villain.
he was a villain, but you also could see where he's coming from.
Yeah.
Cable, same way.
Yeah, but Cable didn't really take anybody out though. I mean,
Is that
except for some of those mutants that he let off but you don't even
Pushing
know
off
if
the
they're dead.
bus.
He shot Black Tom or whatever that guy's name is.
racist piece
You
of
killed
shit?
Black Tom.
He was one of my closest friends.
If you could learn to get over the color of people's skins, maybe you could be a good person.
I did like how they addressed poor writing as poor writing.
yeah, that's like lazy writing.
Yeah, well, that cracks me up because it's like, he used his second time slide to go back and place that token in the exact spot when he could have done, countless other things with it. I do like how they addressed that, and it really was still pretty fucking funny. Ryan Reynolds is second to none when it comes to somebody being cast in a perfect role.
See, if they could just have Deadpool running around doing little shorts of little tidbits of interactions with other characters, I would watch a whole movie of that. Of him just popping in and just...
Him
messing
just
with
assassinating
shit.
people in the beginning, like the long cut of in slow mo of him going through the warehouse, killing people while the guy in the foreground's running.
Yeah.
That was,
I like scenes like that.
That was awesome.
And that's what I was trying to make myself focus on what was going in the background instead because your eyes want to focus on the guy that's in the forefront.
Mm-hmm.
So I was trying to make myself focus and look at what's going on in the background. I feel like since I can't pinpoint who I thought the villain was, because obviously at the end they were trying to stop the kid, so it makes you think like he's going to become like this huge villain if they don't stop him right now.
Yeah.
So I think we can agree for that portion he is the villain that they're trying to stop, him and Juggernaut.
Absolutely.
And the Juggernaut Colossus fight was awesome.
I liked when he bent his hand back. That was great.
That was awesome.
CG battle ensues.
And it was great. Like, I mean, they did a really good job. They could have used the Negasonic teenage warhead
She
a
had
little
like
bit
one
more.
hit.
Yeah. I liked every interaction with Deadpool and her girlfriend though.
Oh, he did was way better. Like,
And he did like the weird
Yeah.
hand gestures and stuff.
Yeah.
See, that's what I'm talking about. Little interactions like that. I think if they focus on that, or if they like took every movie that they film and just kind of film a scene with him interacting with characters and slice that all together, that'd be fantastic. You okay with that?
I have like some like weird,
Hair?
maybe ingrown hair or cut or something on the inside of my nose.
That
It's
sounds
my-
fun.
Yeah, it's not. It's not at all. I don't know. Now I feel like I'm just harping on the movie because I don't know who the villain was. I mean, I guess to me, I feel like there was a few different villains over the movie.
that's good. It makes it complicated.
Yeah, it makes me like the movie a little bit more than. I would watch a movie that was just Domino or just Cable. I thought they were both super strong characters.
I like the action scenes in this one. They had a bigger budget, but the highway chase, essentially, like
The convoy?
him driving the taxi backwards, fucking popping in, sliding right under.
I'm opposite. I like the highway fight in the first one way better when he's sitting on the overpass and he goes down.
Playing the music?
That's true.
There's that slow motion with the motorcycle in the air and him using the chain. Didn't he cut off a guy's head? The guy hit the
It
freeway
happened all
sign.
instantly.
Yeah,
Or the only reference I had to Liefeld in this movie was the feet drawing.
that was good.
That was good.
The creator of Deadpool has a reputation for not being able to draw feet,
Proportionate.
and they did. Did they make a reference to him putting big ass titties on Captain America?
Yes.
Have you ever seen that picture? You haven't seen it, have you? I'll have to tweet it out because it's
The body proportion is just stupid in this Captain America picture. It doesn't make.
With that said,
fucking
he's
sense.
addressed that before, and artists are artists that learn as they go. And I like the guy, so I would never say anything.
No, it's just.
It's
funny.
just funny.
It's
But-
a real struggle, though. I remember back when I thought I could potentially be an artist.
Potentially be an artist.
The proportion sometimes gets off. You could draw like an epic face. And
Okay,
then
so
just screw up
that's
the
his
rest.
Captain America,
Yeah, way too big.
but they have it what he would look like without his suit on, and then what his bones would need to look like to support that body.
God.
Like, yeah, he knows. I mean, but obviously he took it
In stride.
in stride. He went to the premiere in a suit that was like this kind of maroonish, brownish suit, but the inside stitching was all Deadpool comics,
Nice.
Wow.
which was really cool. I saw a picture of it on Instagram, and it was really, really cool. Is this the definitive version of Colossus? Like this is in the
it.
first one and second one, it was just great, right?
Yeah.
Like I don't really have a lot of complaints about the movie. To me, I didn't feel as good as the first one. Maybe because the first one just came out of nowhere and it was just caught everybody off guard. And this one, you're expecting it to be this fantastic, incredible, hilarious movie, and they did switch out a lot of the humor with some emotion.
You know what I was upset about? No end credit scene.
Yeah,
I waited. I didn't read it.
I was told that I waited too. I was told there was 4 post-credit scenes, and I think they counted each one as
Every
a post-credit
slide.
scene. Yeah,
Yeah.
which I wouldn't have done. I wouldn't have counted that.
No, I would count it one mid credit scene.
When the fuck? I know he said he's retired, but when are we going to get to see Hugh Jackman and Ryan Reynolds on screen together? Because it's got to happen. I mean, the stakes are high.
They had no better chance than.
Well,
Right
as
now.
much as they cross promote it too, like you've seen all the videos of Hugh Jackman with
In the
Deadpool and
hotel
stuff,
room.
yeah, in the hotel room, and it's like they do so much that they have to get them in the movie together. They have to, or a short or something that they get them both on screen as their characters. I don't think Hugh Jackman's done, especially with the acquisition possibly happening of Fox going back to Marvel.
But he had no better ending than Logan, man.
I agree.
Alternate timelines, man.
I know that.
Oh, look, it already was.
Yeah. And as much as that,
But just as an actor, he had no better
went out-
send off than
He
Logan.
went out on a high note, absolutely. But if you had the opportunity to be in the Avengers as Wolverine,
Fuck, but what ending could you hope for? Your character.
He disintegrates into thin air.
God, I would rather him die on a log.
you haven't seen Infinity Wars yet, have you?
Not yet.
Okay, so we can't talk about it.
Nah, you can. I mean, it's your show.
Yeah, but I don't want to spoil anything.
He doesn't like being a dick.
I was going to because I was fucking with you on text messages yesterday about Gloomhaven.
Yesterday?
Was it yesterday?
I don't remember. I thought it was Friday. Yesterday?
No, it was yesterday because I said everybody canceled coming over,
Okay.
and
He doesn't even know what day it is.
I was gonna start telling you about what happened in Deadpool, but I was like, I I'm gonna be a dick.
The biggest spoiler would have been the mid-credit scene. Everything else is just expected that, oh, he's gonna kill the villain, blah, 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 whatever.
Do you think they're making a third one? They have to, right?
Yeah.
If it's made money, they'll make a third one. Ryan Reynolds, I'm sure, is down.
Yeah, I mean, he loves that. What else is he doing?
Got me.
He's a husband. His wife's working.
They have kids,
They
too,
have
don't
kids.
He probably doesn't need to do much. They've made so much money off of these 2 movies.
they? Well, he was super involved in a lot of the behind-the-scenes stuff getting this
He
movie
helped
made,
write it.
too.
Yeah, he was credited as a writer, I think.
They did make a... Didn't they make a lot of Canadian jokes?
Yep.
Yes.
They did.
Take that, Canada. Or, you're welcome, Canada. When he shot...
That was funny in the schoolyard bully stuff when he said something about Goonies or something, and he's like, "You feel bad now that you said that, don't you?" He's like, "Yeah." He's like, "It's because you're Canadian." I also liked how Ryan Reynolds went to say something about Josh Brolin drinking, and Josh Brolin's like 9 years sober or something, and he's like, no, nothing about my drinking. Every time I see somebody says drinking, I see the bars closing. Because he's been arrested a bunch of times, too. Ryan Reynolds, the Croods. Oh, he's in Detective. He's going to be Detective Pikachu.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
Huh.
That's coming out next year.
Oh, God.
That's so weird. Like, how is that going to be made?
He talks.
I guess.
Have you heard it?
No.
It's like a Pikachu that talks. It's weird.
Oh, yeah, they also said that there's going to be an X-Force movie, huh? So.
Well, Bedlam won't be in it.
That's crazy. It was like Terry. They make
He's
these.
so great.
Yeah, Terry Crews is really good, and then he's just. Nah.
It's a good setup.
Yeah.
You fell for it. They did the whole
I
audition.
totally fell
Oh,
for
yeah.
it. I was so disappointed.
Yeah. But I'm kind of at a loss for words.
As far as Deadpool?
Yeah. Not because it was the most amazing movie I've ever seen, but just
You
because.
didn't like seeing him as an X-Men in training?
Yeah, that was
Wearing his little
good.
jersey?
That was-
And I liked him.
Trainee.
I like him shooting the sex lips guys in the head. That was good. They always find the creepiest people to play orderlies in movies.
They're supposed to. They're orderlies in an insane
Is that what they're
asylum.
called? Orderlies? It's not an insane asylum. That's fucked up, Katrina. These are kids with special needs.
They were treating them like inmates in an insane asylum.
They were.
In insane asylums, they're not inmates. They're patients.
Oh, they look like inmates.
What's that supposed to mean?
They were all in white beds and white clothes. They
That's-
were treating them
and
like
they were
inmates.
getting strapped to an electric chair.
Yeah. Those are not patients.
They're supposed to be patients.
Uh-huh. By the hand of God.
Is that what it was? By the hand of God?
I don't remember.
I didn't like that. And he used it like so cheesy at the end.
Yeah.
I kind of like the reference to his, what is his black and gray suit is the X-Force suit, right?
Oh, is that when he's covered in dust at the end?
Yeah, well, it looked like it was electrocuted, but
Right.
as a nod to that, I think. I don't know. You guys talk.
You're done
Yeah.
already? Checking out?
I mean, I definitely liked the whole trainee part and how they called him out on it like
Every
multiple times throughout the movie.
Trainee.
X-Men here, trainee.
People that weren't even involved in that scene were like trainee.
I liked when Cable had T.J. Miller, and there was that whole
The whole-
scene.
I'm
He's
just
like,
gonna tell you.
Torture
Yeah, I'll
thing.
tell you anything you want to know. And he said, "Just so you know," and he would like make it sound like dramatic, and then he would tell him everything, and then he would make it sound.
There was a
dramatic
weather
and tell him
advisory, which I played off
everything.
later.
Yeah, yeah. I like that whole. I mean, everything with Domino, even with the like when she was in the like, I need a bus to get these kids out of here. The bus crashes in, but
Okay, kids.
It's
like
a slide.
all those orderlies that were fighting her got fucked up, and then there's that one guy that's just caught under the mattress, and you're like, oh, he's just caught under there, and the
All
thing
this bad
falls.
by happens.
Yeah. But everything, like when she's fighting Cable too, like in that chase scene, like everything just, I really
She's
liked
great.
her. I really liked her a lot. She was in a show we watched on Netflix. She was in a couple episodes.
Was she?
Yeah.
It's funny for like the first like 5 to 10 minutes of her being in the movie. I didn't realize the whole discoloration around her eye, and then like
Or her different eye colors.
I did notice that, but I just totally didn't notice she was like basically white. Or
Right.
Well, there was a
Right.
lot
She's
of
supposed
ass.
to have a different skin condition where she's got albinoism.
Yeah, there's a lot of assholes that were like really
'Cause
harping
she was
on
black.
it that she was black.
I don't really care I thought that was
She's
fine.
badass. And
Yeah.
Yeah, she played the part really well because in the books you could see that she's
Yeah.
white.
So that,
She's
that
albino.
also exposes her like signature little spot right there.
Yeah, so it just reversed it kind of.
Yeah.
Which I have a real problem with anybody that has a problem with somebody just
a different take.
a different take. It's she was a great actress. She was great in the role just because she's black instead of an albino. I mean,
Who cares?
Yeah.
I guess-
you go both ways though, because if an Asian character is cast as a white person, it's whitewashing.
it is.
It is.
And you're okay with is that?
Well, I mean, I was going to say, unless you have some albino people that are coming out and saying, hey, why the fuck didn't we get cast in this because, you can
If
cast
they
an albino
did,
person.
would you see their point?
Well,
Do you
could-
see mainstream Hollywood hiring an albino person to play a character in a movie like
Albino
this?
actors exist, and they're
They
being
do, but I'm
marginalized.
asking you a question. You're not answering it.
Oh,
Yeah,
in the hot
they're
seat.
everywhere.
I've never seen...
No, I'm saying, is Hollywood going to hire them?
They should.
They should. That's not the answer, though. It's no, they're not going to.
No, that's offensive. You can't say that. That is marginalizing a minority.
It's real. That's what, happens. That's why there's so many different organizations going to help people. Like the kid in Stranger Things, they incorporated his deformity into his character.
Yeah.
They don't do that typically.
And Dustin is one of the best parts about the whole
Absolutely.
show.
One of the best characters.
Who was it? The guy who was the villain in the first one, you said? What was his name?
Francis?
Francis. He turned down a role because, it was a shit
He
show.
backed out of a
He
role.
backed out.
Yeah, as soon as he found out, he didn't know it was an Asian character. I
Right.
can't remember what movie that was. But,
I don't remember.
yeah, Hollywood should have cast...
I know we talked about it on here when we talked about Doctor Strange, how people were upset that Danny
Asian
Rand
one.
wasn't Asian. But he wasn't Asian in the comics either. That wasn't... And they surrounded him with quite a few Asian characters, but they cast Tilda Swinton as the Ancient One. Which I honestly, I said on here, and I'll say it again, that I didn't have a huge problem with. And I'm completely open with you casting Asian people in Asian roles, because there's a ton of great Asian actresses and actors and stuff. And I didn't have as big of a problem with that, and then you can call me hypocritical, because she's kind of got this, androgynous look,
Yeah.
where you can't tell if she's male or female, and
Like she makes a good witch or angel. Or,
she makes this good kind of...
I think it's worse typecasting on like The Last Airbender or Dragon Ball. It was all white actors. and-
Yeah, or there was that Greek god movie that came out a couple years ago, and it was all...
Yeah,
Jamie Lannister was
Yeah.
you get a Scottish guy and
isn't he
Jamie
Danish?
Lannister's like German or something.
Hollywood just needs to do a better job
Even
of...
all the Egyptian movies. I mean, a couple
Yeah.
ones with Christian Bale. He
Yeah.
was Moses or whatever it was.
They just need to do a better job at giving the opportunities for those roles to people, because there's people that are just as qualified.
They'll probably give it to that New Zealand guy who's in.
Cliff Curtis,
Is that his name? The one who's in Fear the Walking Dead?
Yeah.
It was?
who's Maori,
Yeah. He can
or
play any
Alfred
race.
Molina. Alfred Molina gets cast on a lot of different things. It's just, I had no problem with Michael Clarke Duncan playing Kingpin. He was this big, imposing character. I like Vincent D'Onofrio
Is he
better.
supposed to be white?
Kingpin's white, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know.
Well, Vincent D'Onofrio played the role better because it was better writing. But I liked Michael Clarke Duncan as that, and I don't have any problem with them switching. Like, I know I think there was a rumor about Will Smith playing Captain America for a while.
Yeah.
And I like Chris Evans, and he's great, but would anybody really had a problem? I mean, he probably
No.
would have done a pretty
Is
good
it more
job.
offensive if the other way? Like if Luke Cage was cast as like a Vin Diesel? I think people would have been like,
What is Vin Diesel, though?
if he was Luke Cage. If they had cast him.
If they had reimagined.
Well, I
Luke
know,
Cage.
I'm just saying, but is
I don't really know his ethnicity.
Vin Diesel half black? The guy that plays Luke Cage is excellent.
I have
like
no
him a
idea.
lot.
Is he? He's not
I don't know.
full white?
I don't think he's white.
Oh, interesting. I just picked a name out of the hat.
Uh-oh.
But he is like he does play like white roles, like especially in like the Fast and Furious lines.
I wouldn't know.
But I am curious as to know.
If that wasn't in Deadpool, there's something I made a joke about that fairly recently I watched.
He identifies himself as a person of color, but he never knew his biological father. His mother is English, German, Scottish, and Irish, and his adoptive father is African American. But he doesn't know his
Ethnicity.
ethnicity.
Interesting.
But he said he
He doesn't identify as white.
He identifies himself as a person of color. If you took something like the guy I can't think of his name right now that plays Luke Cage because he's great. He's really good in the role.
Michael
Something. I don't know. It's the opportunities aren't given to minorities like they should be, and they really have a tendency to
Mike Coulter.
Give things to white people that should be going. It's just a whole fucking hot mess. It's nice that things are starting to change now.
Yeah.
Since we talk about that, did you see Benedict Cumberbatch said I don't know if he's going to refuse roles
if women don't get paid as much as him?
Yeah, but
They
he's
have
also
to be paid equally.
He's also encouraging that, encouraging other actors to partake.
They should. If the person, I can understand if the person is in a third of the scenes as you.
I would say it doesn't matter.
But if it's
time.
like if the person is in
two leads,
if it's two leads, they need to be paid the same. That's just how it should be. It's and as a white male, it's hard for me to talk about this stuff because I don't understand.
I don't know how the negotiations go.
No, it's
done by their agents, and it's like when they had Michelle Williams and Mark Wahlberg. They're represented by the same agency, and they negotiated two different contracts. Why? They were both co-leads in that movie. It should have been exactly the same.
I think one that got called out, it wasn't even that bad compared to a lot of them, was Jurassic World. That
Chris Pratt's probably paid way more than
it's only a few million. Compared to whatever.
The drastic difference between Wahlberg and Williams.
Yeah, that one was. But it's funny because somebody pointed out that Chris Pratt made less than Jennifer Lawrence in The Passengers, and he had way more screen time. It's like, oh, that's interesting. But now times have changed.
Yeah.
Give it a year or two, and he's probably the most bankable star next to The Rock. I don't know.
And how much our awards are playing into that? Because she had won an Academy Award by then.
Just I don't understand what minorities go through, and I can try to empathize. Is that the right word?
Yeah, empathize.
But I don't understand it. So I just, coming from my perspective, I just want everybody to be treated the same, and I know that's not how things are. So, anything that can change for the better to make it so everybody's treated the same is good in my book.
Do you think that's fair for like box office draw? Do you have two people sharing lead, but like one's Robert Downey Jr. and one's a no-name?
Well, they have to have something if they're being paired up with him in a huge movie.
Yeah, but you think equal pay is 100%?
I mean, if him and Gwyneth Paltrow were co-leads in a movie,
I can see that.
They would both be getting paid the same.
Pick someone like who I don't know. It would be a no-name.
Well, I think
it's your first movie. Like there's obviously going to be like pay rankings.
So in that aspect, would Benedict Cumberbatch not have a good idea? I mean, not be in the wrong, but
I know that like the Star Wars movie have a bracketed system where like the three original cast members got paid a lot more than the people that were new on because they're not well-known actresses and actors and stuff. But
yeah, and they need some convincing.
Yeah,
to come back. Yeah, have the characters ruined.
That's true. But when it comes down to like if you haven't done anything, I mean, it'd be hard to negotiate equal pay. But like you said, is it deserved? I don't know. It's not an easy solution. No. But if you're both established stars, like a Jennifer Lawrence and a Chris Pratt, then yes, you should be getting equal pay. Or a Chastain and a Pratt, just using that. Or John Krasinski and Emily Blunt. I know that A Quiet Place was a lower movie, and they're married, so I would hope that
it's shared either way.
Yeah, but still,
you don't know that. They could have separate accounts.
Hope not.
A lot of people
not
do.
all married people have shared accounts.
Every funny, like, I'm not going to do this movie unless you pay me more.
Oh, yeah, we have a joint, like, bill-paying account.
But you have your separate accounts?
They have their separate money.
Yeah.
So do you, like, alternate paying for dinners and stuff?
No. After bills are paid and if there's any leftover, we'll utilize that money. Just collectively. So
what do you use your separate accounts for?
Well, so me personally, it's usually for car parts or Pokemon Go.
You spend money on that?
Yeah, because I like to raid a lot. So
you're buying passes. You don't do gyms aren't enough?
Gyms. So back in the day, maybe but nowadays it's only 50 coins a day, and sometimes it's hard for me to even get off base or whatnot to acquire those 50 coins, or my Pokemon will sit in there for 4 days when I only want it to sit in there for 8 hours. So to be able to knock out 6-7 raids in a day, yeah, I have to buy raid passes.
We got you.
Yeah.
How much have you dropped in that?
Um,
If you had a ballpark.
What level are you?
I've never spent money on a cell phone.
Depends on which account you're talking about.
How many accounts do you have too?
Main.
Well, so I have 2 that are in Pokemon Go jail, and then I have 2 actives. Yeah. I got caught
Pokemon
spoofing.
jail.
Ay,
Yeah.
do you lose all your fucking shit?
So there was a time period, yeah. So for about a month, I had assumed, well, because they sent me an email. They only send scripted responses back, let me tell you. But, yeah, so I got a scripted response back saying that my account was terminated, and I asked to, because I would say 80% legit and 20% spoof. And so I said, well, can I start a petition? I have a bunch of local players here and on the West Coast that enjoyed me before I moved, and now that I have moved, and they enjoy me helping them. I educate players on a lot of stuff that they don't know about that make them a better player. And so they basically sent me a scripted response back saying, we don't care. And so and it said, your account is terminated indefinitely, and there will be no reconsideration. And then out of the blue, like 3 to 4 weeks later, I got another email stating that it's only on a 90-day lockdown.
They want that money. They don't want you not to play.
So what's your highest level character?
My highest level character is 35.
What's yours?
39. But I only got one, so kudos if you got multiple of them 30s.
Yeah, I have 2 32s, a 35, a 33.
Jesus.
I don't have a single level 30.
Rating, though, if you do 7 raids in a day, you get 70,000 XP plus if you do lucky eggs.
Yep.
You could catch 10,000 Pokemon and not make that much XP, so that's the way to go.
I don't care.
No, I mean, it's
That's
just... it's not a derogatory, but I've heard people say, like, if you're a raider, you're a hollow player, because by the time you reach that level, you don't amass nearly, like, 1/10 of the Stardust as a normal player who catches...
why are you a hollow player?
There's another term for that.
No, I know what you're saying, and
Because you probably fucking don't have enough Stardust for, like, half your guys.
exactly, and it shows. I mean, like, there's a lady that I know that she started an alternate account, and within a week she got 30 something because all she does is raid. She doesn't play regular.
But
Do these
her
people
Pokemon
work?
Some people do.
So let's close out. Deadpool.
I had
Deadpool.
fun.
I hadn't. It was as fun as the first one for me. But when you watch things multiple times, maybe it will go down, maybe it will go up. But fucking action sequences, awesome. Funny as fuck. Fuck. Say fuck once.
Fuck.
Say
Twice.
Now I can die.
My favorite movie that anybody's ever said fuck in. Can you guess it off the top of your head? What would be my favorite movie that anybody's ever said fuck in?
They just say it once?
No.
Oh, I know.
District 9. Fook.
Holy fuck.
Fook. I liked the movie. I didn't like it as much as the first one, but I loved the addition of new characters. I really like Cable and Domino a lot. So I think that maybe that I liked it a little less only because I was caught off guard at how much they put an emotional spin in it. But it didn't make the movie bad. It just, I didn't like it as much as the first one. But I still enjoyed it.
I enjoyed it. I thought it was definitely worth my time and money. And
Just not again.
yeah, maybe not so soon. Because, like I said, I watched Deadpool 1 back to back like a couple times within a week. Deadpool 2, I would
I
probably watch
basically
it
got
again.
taken out on a date. You bought me dinner.
Hey.
And a drink. Yeah.
Let you boys
I don't
be
put
alone.
out on the first date.
That's all right. I'll butter you up over time.
Put butter on it.
Yeah, so that's it.
Katrina?
She said
I
she
had fun.
Oh, that was
That was the whole point.
Are we going to do the random ratings?
Do you want
Bread.
to? We haven't done it in a
I
long
give it a
time.
bread rating.
Bread? Like, what kind of bread? Sourdough? That's your
I
favorite?
just said bread.
Oh. Breakfast sausage, I mean.
Pizza.
I'm going to go with it's Air Force One quality.
Air Force One quality?
Yeah, like the shoes.
What?
Just trying to throw out a random.
Which one of these does it? What did you say?
He said
Pizza?
pizza.
Oh, so which one of these doesn't fit? We all did picked food. What's wrong with you?
He picked shoes.
You can't eat shoes.
No.
You
I
can.
mean, technically.
You put your
They're
feet
leather.
in shoes.
Well, it depends. I mean, if you're starving, you might eat
You
your
might
shoes.
eat your shoes.
Like if you're a cannibal.
What was that from? We ate our shoes. Now we're bored. It's Futurama.
I was quoting Cannibal the musical. You put your feet in shoes, and the same guy half hour later is eating somebody's foot.
That's such a terrible movie.
Yeah.
That is such a bad movie.
You give it another watch. You enjoy it.
I don't think so, but
He'd fall asleep.
I thought you did.
I did the first time.
you fell asleep. No, that's this week's episode, guys. We haven't talked about it, but my cousin is going to be on an episode in 2 weeks. My cousin is a crane operator, a Harley rider, and not a nerd at all, in the slightest. If you want to ask a trivia question or have somebody explain plot points to you that has no idea what they're talking about, and you want to hear like somebody that has no idea about Harry Potter try to explain what Harry Potter's about,
This is the time.
this is the time. Hit me up on Twitter. Send your questions to me. You can DM me. I do follow back typically, so if you follow me on Twitter at 9to5nerds, you could do that, and it should be a fun episode. My cousin is a good guy, but this is not in his wheelhouse, so I think it'll be an extremely funny episode.
We're just gonna torture him with this?
Kind
It'll be
of,
fun.
yeah. It was his
game.
idea.
Yeah.
Really?
He's like, you should get me on there. We should talk about stuff that I don't know about because it'd be kind of fun if you guys tease me. And I'm like, okay.
Okay.
So he said 2 weeks. So next week won't be that episode, but the week after that should be. And yeah, that's it. Write a review on iTunes. Go listen to fucking Sideburns, Neckbeard, and Baldylocks and see what we're talking about over on
Four guys at a table.
Four Guys at a Table, too. As much as they're pieces of shit, they're friends of ours. So,
Please
As
subscribe.
most are.
yeah. Yeah, go ahead and subscribe to them. They're
No, to
fun.
us.
He's like, fuck them.
Yeah,
Subscribe to
Cory
us.
said fuck them.
Fuck them and their table.
Yeah. It's a shitty table. I've sat at it. The dog's cool, though. He named